Hello, conscious breathers, infinite beings alike, breath family. What's going on? We're going to give a couple updates today about the Paeta and the frequency and a little recap of the workshop. What's going on, Scalar? Let's wait for a few more people to settle in and then we'll get right into it. Because I know a lot of people have a lot of questions, specifically even regarding the frequency device already. And yeah, we'll go over it. All your questions, just let them loose. I see someone in breath family already. I don't know if you're feeling it in this sense. I just told my family member, I told one of my family members that I put their pictures onto the Scalar machine, and a lot of synchronicities started to take place. I'm waiting for a few more people to hop in. Hello. So we're gonna give a couple updates. Let's start with the Paeta workshop. I just wanna give my sincere gratitude to the many that showed up for that workshop. And even though you didn't or you purchased a public ticket, really honored that you even took that step. Thank you for even having me on your breath journey and taking a deeper insight of what Paeta is and what it has to offer. And I think I blew a lot of people's minds in that. And there's actually a veteran in the Paeta community that actually joined in, and he was like, oh, I never knew I could implement, these different aspects of breath and how it would harmonize with the Paeta practice. So a big update when it comes to that. If you guys are really interested in the workshop just by itself and you really don't want to join breath family, I officially have it up there where you can just download the video. So you just buy the workshop again and you just want to replay it, and at least you'll have a taste of what breath family is like in that regard. Hey, happy to sync with your live. Greetings from Israel. Oof. Hello. Israel, Middle East is definitely on our list in a group of friends of going over there in a couple years. For me specifically, I definitely want to go over there 2027. That's when the eclipse is going to hover over the pyramids directly. And I'm going to bring a lot of tools, to really make that event memorable for sure, and just be part of that energetic event. The last time I saw an eclipse and I was just staring into it was literally when my journey started in terms of breath, when I met my Sifu at that time. It was that same exact year. I think it was 2013, around that time. It was wild. Infinite Risings. We have another breath family member in here. I wonder, can you type, or if you want to come on here live, are you feeling anything right now? Because I'm going to show you what we did with breath family. We updated the blueprint, the biogeometric blueprint. And if you guys can see, I literally put every single breath family member, everyone who sent me photos, literally right onto the page. And the flower of life is literally in the back of it. So we're going to put that onto the Scalar machine. And everyone's photos is already on there. So now we're going to put another photo on top of it. And I'm curious to see if that really amplifies things. So after this live, if you're someone who sent your photos in breath family, prepare yourself. To be honest, I don't know what's going to happen. But I've been hearing good feedback already. If you guys saw Ron's testimonial, he was literally wearing, I totally forgot people had my shirt, and I only have a limited amount left. So I don't even have it on my website actually. So for the shirts, I think I'll give out the rest I'll give like giveaways because there's only a few left anyway. But the kimonos, I still have the kimonos left. I only have a few left. I think there's only 4 or 5 left. I'm not sure. But the kimonos also have the symbol on there. So it's also gold. It's a gold vinyl kimono. I don't know where in the world you're gonna get a gold vinyl kimono that's like this. It's one of a kind for sure. And it has the alchemy symbol. So the reason why Ron felt that way, because the symbol itself, the alchemy breathwork symbol, including breathe and the black airbender, was literally on the scalar machine that night that he felt that. So like I said, that energetic signature, anyone who has this symbol specifically, you're going to feel something. Whether you're wearing the shirt, I didn't even think about the shirt aspect. I'm like, oh wow. I know Victoria, she has a tattoo. I don't know if she's gonna join in, but she has a tattoo of the alchemy symbol. And I didn't hear anything from her yet. I'm gonna ask her what's up. Normally she joins in. But those are just joining. If you, we're gonna get into the scalar stuff soon, but going back into the Paeta, there's 2 options. So now when you order a slapper, it comes with the workshop. It comes with the workshop video. So now you get a full in-depth tutorial about how to use this and just how to use Paeta in general in terms of utilizing it for healing and utilizing it for many different things. And within the workshop, I went over atom geometrical movements and how that ties into energy cultivation in the body, and how to quote-unquote detox a lot faster, and how to help yourself so you don't struggle on certain fasts, and the key points of where you should be really paying attention to when you're doing Paeta in the body, and stem cell regeneration. And I go over all that. I think I should actually put that in the description, but I go over all that in the workshop. So if you want to get a slapper and you've seen the testimonials with people healing themselves with Paeta, and you want to take it up another notch and really utilize it in your daily life, check that out. When did you put our pictures on the scalar and for how long? Oh, it's going to be there forever. Specifically Breath Family. It's going to be there forever. But no, if you're one of those few people who all of a sudden recently purchased the remote scalar healing to be put on the scalar wave, I literally put everyone's photos on there literally like 2 nights ago. Hey, thank you for the love, for the badge love. Yeah, so it's really on there right now as you speak. And we made a new one. If you're just seeing this, we made a new one that we're going to put on top of it like so. And to amplify it even more, I'm gonna finally announce it. Anyone who has their pictures within the scalar waves, look at this. This is over, how many pictures is this in here? Do you know? Over 100 plus, almost 100 plus photos that Breath Family shared. People sent pictures of their pets, pictures of their injuries, pictures of even their business logos. Think about it. Pictures of their spouse. A lot of selfless actions was taken when everyone was sending pictures. Everyone sent pictures of other people first, even before themselves. And that, man, I'm just honored to I'm honored to be part of Breath Family. And it's not just me that created it, guys. It's all of us. It's more than just me. It's us. At the end of the day, that's all we got. Us. Are you open to speak about how often you consume any type of liquid? I talk about that a lot. I barely consume liquids. Okay, great, awesome. We have a beautiful family picture. Yeah, we literally do. This is literally all a Breath Family. I'm even in it somewhere. Yeah, I'm there somewhere. So if you guys are just joining, I literally have the flower of life on the back of this, and we just plastered everyone's photos on there. But if you guys are new and you guys didn't see my live from the other day, so this geometric patterns that you're seeing is all identical and have a symbiosis relationship with the human body. So if we're thinking of frequency, think of this as a radio station, right? And this is a harmonious set of symbols that even ancient civilizations use for healing. Even this symbol alone, I've seen videos and tests where they use this symbol and they plaster it on a high definition TV, and the EMF radiation goes down. Just as having this symbol alone. That's how powerful symbols really are. So, and in here we have some hieroglyphs that are not just hieroglyphs alone. They are particular hieroglyphs that has a connection to different parts of your whole genetic makeup, all the way down to your DNA. This is how in tune they were back then. Seriously, they literally played with electricity way beyond the whole caveman theory. We were more civilized than you would imagine. So on top of that, if you guys also saw the video where I asked everyone in my story, I'm going to ask everyone again, I'll repost this. But in the other one, there was no flower of life. It was just the alchemy breathwork symbol and the blueprint. So this time we added the flower of life, and you already saw the testimonials of what people were feeling. Some people, even in Breath Family, literally had it on their wallpaper. Some people DM me, say like, hey, I put this on my wallpaper, and I actually feel the energy coming from it. So this is such a powerful tool alone. Just having this alone is powerful. Now adding it to the scalar wave, now that's another territory of like, whoa. And in here, Jen, she put some of her family members on here as well. Hey Ash, thank you for the badge, love. So scalar technology isn't really new. Tesla himself literally built the blueprint of it, but now we're just remembering, all right? And I'll show you guys the scalar wave technology in a bit. But any questions about it, you literally can send in a picture of your. Oh, by the way, if you do end up purchasing a remote scalar wave activation, you're also going to get the same photo that we're going to use and print out on and put on the scalar wave itself. So I highly encourage you, if you're one of those people who buys a remote healing, print it out yourself as well. That'll amplify where that signature energy is going, and you'll feel it a lot faster. As soon as I told this one guy who did it, as soon as he printed it out, he was like, oh, I'm feeling something now. I'm like, there it is. You know, it may take, for some people, it may take a couple days. It may take, but it really amplifies it up a lot, tenfold, when you print it out yourself and you have it there. And that way, the scalar frequency that's emanating here in Miami will go out a lot quicker into the ethers or into the energetic signature that is. The flower of life that you added is just great intuition. Ooh, thank you, sister. Oh, that's what it's about, Ash. That's what it's about. So any questions about scalar wave technology, guys? Let them loose. There's also a DNA package that you can get. So if you just want to do pictures, you can just do pictures. If you want to step it up a notch, you can then send a piece of hair or a piece of fingernail to the place where the scalar wave is, and it'll amplify it even more. So that's another option you can do when you go over there. And for people who are talking about DNA manipulation in this day and age, Think about it. And I really need to post this video where the guy is literally blasting out C cells. I don't want to even say the full word here, but he's literally blasting out C cells into obliteration. Not obliteration. They're still living cells, but you'll literally see how you can blast frequencies literally at a particular cell that is ill, quote unquote, or the whole C word, and it'll dissipate. So if you're someone out there, if you have a family member that is so worried about DNA manipulation in this day and age, this is a great combo. And I'm saying not just rely on this, if you also do the breath work as well, trust me, and I actually need to, you know what, I'm gonna add maybe like a guided, something very simple, basic addition to when you buy a scalar wave. Maybe a video you can watch that, hey, at least do this a couple days, a couple times throughout the day, and that way you're amplifying your own frequency at that point, increasing your willpower, and then any energies, so to speak, that want to support you, you're gonna bring in more of it. It's not just relying on the external aspect of things, but also we also have to take control of our inner willpower and amplify that as well. Just like the whole aspect of diet. You know, I was just on the live with Captain Planet, and he said himself, like, he's been in the holistic game for so long, but the one thing he was missing is the breath work. There's only so much diet can do. When you amplify the combustion that is responsible for absorbing your nutrients, for absorbing the biophotons from the food, aka breath, the easier it is to thrive on many quote-unquote diets, or I like to say lipids, out there. They all come into harmony. Hey, Fruitarian, if you want to hop on live and share your experience with the scalar, because I already know you said a background, I got to share the new background with you. If you want to hop on live and share your experience, you can. Oh, Fruitarian is how you found me. Oh yeah, this work is not easy, Ash. Yeah. Yeah, I do want to say that it's not going to be forever that I'm going to be even offering this service. Ash does make a great point. You know, I already saw a black helicopter as soon as we turned on our scalar waves. I'll tell you, even the first day we got our scalar waves, the previous day when we woke up, we saw UFOs out there. There's a whole video. You scroll down on my feed, it's right there. But on top of that, when we moved to a new place, and then we got more scalar waves, that's when we start seeing the black helicopters. And those black helicopters are not even government issued. Actually, those are the type of helicopters apparently that have infrared, and they can, you know, they start taking down notes and stuff. You know, those are those people. So they've been actually hovering around. So they know when you quote unquote turn one on. And yeah, that's another plus about it. You don't have to risk, you know, if you're one of those people that are like, oh my God, I don't want to risk anything, then this is a great avenue. I had someone message me in email saying, hey, I've been looking for a scalar wave in person to use and stuff like that. This is literally the next best thing, because that person literally understands, and she probably already did her research of how powerful scalar wave technology really is. Oh, I'm at work. Oh, you can't come on? All good, brother. Yeah, behind the scenes. She knows. Much love, Ash. Exactly. Jonathan, Devon, how does one even access these texts in the physical space? Honestly, you know, it's one of those things that you attract in your life, because the person that I got this from doesn't even have social media. Doesn't have social media, doesn't have any of that. He's one of those like persons that's like word of mouth type of thing. And I actually got invited when I used to live in Jersey to one of those people. And, you know, it's interesting how the energy works. It really is. But regardless, hey, we're here now, and I'm offering this service globally. Doesn't matter where you are, it's gonna work. I even had my grandpa was feeling it already. And that was one of the synchronicities that I had a long convo via text with my mom about it. Hey, Ron. Aw, much love, Ash. Thank you for the badge, love, sister. Guys, definitely check out Metaphysical Ash's content. She has really great content as well. Yeah, I've seen you tap into lots of work of Tesla and others. It's funny how the energy works. But it's fun at the same time. It doesn't have to be all serious all the time. It can be really fun. Healing doesn't have to be detrimental. And that's the main point of how I made alchemy breathwork the way I made it. Like, you won't see anything on my post me bashing this or this diet or that diet. I'm past that. I'm in the point of, let's focus on what works to the most ultimate degree and even grow on top of that. I'm not stuck there where I'm saying, hey, this diet's this diet's this, that's diet this. Hey, and using derogatory terms to call out, it's just unnecessary. It's also childish at the same time, which is the conundrum of the whole thing, right? Exactly. Energy attracts like energy. Yeah, guys, if anyone has any more questions about Scalar, let's talk about it. How can I get a Scalar, or do I have to make it myself? So actually, if you're coming to the Breath Ascension Retreat, I'm actually going to bring everyone. We're going to spend a whole day to that space where I actually got one of these. They're going to also get to try out the multi-wave oscillator. And it's great timing because that person is actually moving to Mount Shasta. So you guys are coming, whoever is coming, you guys are coming just in time. Honestly, it's really great timing. I don't know what's going to happen next year, but I'm just focused on what's happening now and what I can do and really give everyone who's coming that beautiful experience that I got to try the multi-wave oscillator, the Rife machine, the plasma Rife machine with the light technology as well. I never even shared this, but when I was trying that light technology, you start to see sacred geometry, and it's like you're on an ayahuasca trip. It's really powerful because it's really activating the pineal gland as well. That's because we're light beings, and the wild thing about it is it's only projecting white light. There's no blue light, but you yourself start to see different colors, and that's how you know your pineal gland is secreting and opening even more. Your head, the middle of your forehead. When you guys get here, you're gonna experience it yourself. Especially Ron. I know Ron's over here. Ron's definitely gonna get activated for sure. How does that compare to scalar frequencies via sound booth, both on YouTube? Is it? Oh yeah, they're very different. So the thing with scalar, with this particular scalar, it's the pure frequency versus on YouTube, you're most likely hearing different frequencies all at once to create, quote unquote, that one frequency, hence. But with the scalar, and when I plugged in my headphones myself, and I did a test where I'm listening to the pure scalar wave and something on YouTube that is in the same frequency, right? They're two different frequencies for sure. So you get a pure frequency coming from the scalar. With YouTube, honestly, you don't know what you're gonna get, to be completely honest. And when I saw that video of the guy taking this one frequency channel, their video, and playing it backwards, you hear some dark stuff in there. I'm like, okay, honestly, unless you really know who the person is uploading the channel, unless you really know that it's coming from that, that genuine space, I wouldn't trust it, to be completely honest and transparent. Yeah, Ron. So we're not going to end it yet, but I just want to remind people who are just joining, doesn't matter where you are in the world, you can purchase one and just send a picture of yourself. And there's also the DNA upgrade where you send a fingernail clipping or a piece of hair, or even from your pet. There's one person that DM'd me like, hey, can I do it with my pet? I'm like, yes. But again, It's not to rely on this particular thing to let your problems go poof in the air, but also implement a practice that goes with it. And I'm gonna also add like some video embedded in there. So a simple practice to really amplify the way you heal in general, because the more you heal and you really strengthen that willpower, all the energies, angels, quote unquote, God, however you want to perceive it, will say that, okay, you definitely want the healing, then let's give you some more that you're ready for at that point in time. Do you have a frequency channel that you recommend? I make my own. That's one of the main reasons why I started making my own breathwork subliminals. So definitely check them out. Devon the Black Airbender on YouTube, and I got some on Spotify. Just type in the Black Airbender on Spotify, it'll pop up. It's all on all music platforms. It's all there. And check out The Animal as well. He has 528 hertz stuff. Hi Devon, do you have consulting appointments so you can put a plan in with a potential client? Yeah, DM me. We'll talk about that. I really don't do consulting too much anymore. I even did consulting with offices at one point because the CEOs started to understand, and there's one that just DM me like, oh, I see that frequency machine. Here's my business logo. Let's do this. Yeah, I used to do that with offices to really decrease stress levels in the office. There's even one office in particular. I'm not allowed to say their name, but at nighttime, they would have like a mini candle. I got them to get like a mini candle in a box, in a glass box. So that helps stimulate their pineal gland while most of their workers are on the phone, on the computer. Just that one little hack does a lot. So yeah, I used to do consulting a lot. I feel like so much is out there. Would love to consult and then take it from there. Yeah, for sure. All right, so we're gonna go over to the device and show you guys what it's made out of. I'm gonna turn on the light. Okay. Alright, so what we have here is the scalar wave. If I can go in really quick. I don't know if you guys can barely see it, but there's like mini fractional waves within this. From afar you can't really see it, but up close you start to see the mini fractional waves. I think over here the camera kind of captures it. See those waves? I don't know if you can really capture it. Yeah, but we have some tensor devices on here as well to really amplify it. And underneath, if you can see a piece of it, that's where everyone's photos are. So it's really right on top of the scalar wave. It's just literally, yeah, you can feel it. Yeah, everyone's, the Instagram TV, the first one I did, everyone was commenting like, oh, I can feel it through here. People who are energy sensitive, you should be able to really feel this. And if you're on a fast or something, trust me, you should definitely be able to feel this from here. So that's the big spike in DMs that I got after that live, because everyone can really feel it. I don't know precisely when you put this up, but I felt something going on in my throat as I had some balls stuck there, and I was very aware of it. I can still feel it. It's less thicker and getting lighter and lighter. Oof. So we have someone in Breath Family that sharing their live experience right now as we speak, which is really cool. So here, it's also connected to the amplifier. This is the amp. And as you see, we're running 528, 88.8, 963. In the future, in a couple days, I'm going to have one particular set. And if you guys are familiar with Rife and his workings, he literally has every frequency for almost, every D word. I don't want any flags on this video, but you get where I'm going with that. Any DNA, quote unquote, mishappenings that you're having, The Rife, he literally made a whole book of different frequency for hair growth, frequency for this, frequency for pancreas, frequency for different organs. So I'm going to have one particular set of Scalar that's going to be designated to people who want to focus on particular aspects of healing. And we're going to then plug those frequencies right in here, and they should get it remotely. So any more questions, guys? Oh, let me show them the other one? Uh-oh. Okay. I'll show you guys the other one here. So now we have the other one here, and a bunch of different tensor devices here. And then we got the amp here, and this one is also running. Oh, by the way, these aren't running on any Wi-Fi, by the way. So yeah, I wouldn't even put. I'm very blessed that I actually don't have Wi-Fi in my space. Super blessed. But as you see, we're running 4096. If you know what that's good for. 528 hertz, of course, and the 88.8. So the only difference with this one is we're running 4096. Apparently, it's super quote unquote angelic, and definitely do your research on 4096 hertz and the benefits that it has. So yeah, we're running about 2 scalar waves here. Our neighbors next door, on the upper level, are they're also running scalar waves. So literally they're right on top of us, and they're running scalar waves. I'm really blessed to have manifested beautiful friends that are also in the healing space, and they're the ones that actually put me on. So super blessed with that. How do you not have Wi-Fi? Oh, that's a long story, but I got super blessed with that. Also, the beautiful thing about having Scalar as well, it also blocks EMF radiation in your space as well. And unfortunately, Scalar technology itself has been used on a mass level when it comes to HD TVs. And the news, let's get into it. I'm gonna get into it. Let's do it. So with any time you hear news broadcasting, they're also playing a certain frequency behind. And I don't know if any YouTube channels out there have actually captured what frequencies they are. Hopefully they have, I don't know. But I personally saw this video on YouTube where the guy can say, hey, they're actually playing a very low pitch level frequency behind every news broadcast that you hear. And this was about 10 years ago when I was in the conspiracy days, but at least I got to see that because I didn't know all that quote unquote knowledge of how everything would come together today would help me. So even to the HETVs, did you know HETVs are high definition scalar wave machines, and they emit lower quote unquote frequency. I don't have any TV in here, but you remember those days when HD TVs were very expensive, and now all of a sudden they're affordable, right? Because now they're going to be in every home playing scalar frequencies on and on and on and on and on and on and on. No such thing as coincidence why these technologies get cheaper and cheaper and cheaper. But it's good to have the awareness of how to really amplify your own technology within so you're not too much affected, quote unquote. I came in late. Oh, it'll be available for playback. No worries. Are you using Royding coils? Yes, I am. Good eye. What is the name of the book with the different frequency healing? Just type in Rife Frequency Healing Book. It should pop up. And did you know, I think it's in Colorado actually, but the museum itself still has his book. You can literally just go there to the museum and his book in his own writings still had every single frequency still there. The universe is beautiful, and thanks for your knowledge. Much love. Yeah, but scalar wave machinery amplifies everything. And look at scalar waves in this way. Think of you're in a cloud. No, I gotta go back to the matrix. I think the matrix is always the easiest one to go into. But think of, let's say you're looking at me, right? Looking at me, my DNA makeup, let's say, if you have the eye, you can say, you see a bunch of threes. I made up a bunch of threes, 6 and 9s, just looking at me, instead of those 1s and 0s. And then you look at Jen, or this peacock feather, right? And the peacock feather will have a bunch of 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1, right? So let's say I take one of those peacock feathers. There's a tiny string, and the peacock feather in particular has 1 1 1 3 3 3 3 3 or whatever, right? So I take that feather and I put it on this scalar wave machine. That is embedded with any frequencies that I'm playing. That is radiating into the feather, but not only that, it's going to synchronize with the same exact frequency that's on 1 1 1 3 3 3 3 3. So that's what I mean. You can be anywhere in the world, and that's what they're doing anyway with news, listening in terms of music, things of that nature, in terms of the whole frequency aspect of things. Any more questions about scalar waves, guys? Any more questions? Or does anybody want to hop on here live and have a little chat? You're more than welcome to. I got a couple more minutes here, and then I might go into another topic. But I would love for someone to hop on here live. Can you talk about the spirals you sit between sometimes? Are you talking about the multi-wave oscillator? I think that's what you're talking about. So the multi-wave oscillator, if the multi-wave oscillator, what it does, it literally blasts a set of tones to your body. But more than that, it gets a coil, gets it running in terms of the electricity. You're not even supposed to touch it. If you touch it, you'll get zapped. But it's high voltage, and this voltage is run in a harmonious way for healing the body. So in that compressed sitting, where you see the chair and you see the multi-wave oscillator, it's then harmonizing those frequencies in that compressed particle. Because think about just let's view my face as the chair, and I'm literally sitting in between, and this is literally the multi-wave oscillator. What happens when that pressure comes back and forth, right? It's amplified, and it gets amplified. It's like you're playing with the energy ball in your hand, and you come together, and you feel it. That's really what's happening. Like I said, every technology known to man is based on the human body. And it's so wild that our ancient ancestors were so in tune with their body, they came up with some crazy wild tech based off the energy aspect of visualizing and looking and playing with the energies themselves to say, hey, let's put these plasma bulbs together and create energetic resonance even more. And my whole theory about why plasma healing frequency is so healing, even with the Rife machine, goes all the way tapping into mirror neurons themselves. Because if we're plasma-based beings, we're light-based beings. If you have that plasma right next to you and it's generating those healing frequency, it's like being right next to another human being. But it's like being to a human being that is vibrating very, very high. And Ron will tell you himself, it's so different doing breath work in person with me that he said, like, oh man, I had to actually ground because I could really feel you, Devon. I'm like, oh, I didn't know it was that strong, but I totally get it. I totally get it. Exactly. Every technology is based off the human body. Ash says, I missed the beginning with your offer. How do we get our photo onto the scalar wave? Is she about to hop on? Oh. I'll zoom you in live. 1 second, sister. I'm gonna answer Ash real quick. So if you guys want to do the remote scalar wave, all you have to do is go into alchemybreath.work, go to breath healing shop, biohacking, and it's right there. And you're gonna get instructions on whether you want to do just a photo or you want to do another step and you want to do the DNA where you take a piece of your hair or a piece of your fingernail and just send that over. You could also have that option, and that's a DNA upgrade one as well. All right, Sunong. Hello, sister.
Hi, Devon. How are you?
I'm good. Long time no talk.
I know I haven't been on Clubhouse. Like,
Yeah, I haven't
since
been on
you.
Clubhouse either, but
Oh my gosh. Like, so, I asked the question about the consulting because I feel like there's so much information that you give. And I was like, all right, what plan can I construct for myself, with like the threes and like I know I'm in Broward County. I'm like, I need to come and physically be in your presence on the beach, down in Miami, watching the sunrise or something. But yeah, because it's just like, obviously we see you on here, you come on, you share, and sometimes it's like in code. I was like, all right, let me try to figure out exactly what he's trying to say. But I definitely would love, love, love to figure out a plan because I want to be able to control my body, get into parasympathetic mode as much as possible
right.
because there's a lot going on out there, between work and family and this and that. Just being able to get my body to do what I really need it to do and to heal, from whatever and protect from whatever is out there is definitely something that I need to do. So how are you? Just,
I'm good.
I just like got on here and just like started
No,
rambling.
it's all good. It's all good. But I literally, no matter what plan you take, even the 1 hour, if that's all you can do, whatever it is, I literally meet you where you are, no matter how high level you are, because I go back and forth with all types of people, and that's the beauty of how I design alchemy, where I know this and that, and that's how I'm constructing my teacher training as of right now. It's even as I'm constructing it, I'm also reminding myself it's a lot deeper than the techniques itself. It's about the intentional
Right.
energy behind it and utilizing it
Mm-hmm.
in daily life and also matching where that particular person is based on their job and so many other descriptions, family relationships. It goes on and
Yes.
on. So, yeah, I
Trauma.
literally meet you where you're at.
Right, right, right. Yeah, because I mean, I've done the breathing with you on Clubhouse, and I'm like, man, I'm trying so hard to like keep up. I was like, the tongue, wait, the eyes, like all the locks, just trying to hold it, and I'm like, don't swallow, and all of that, like cleaning my head, and I'm just like, yeah, I can only do like 2 rounds, maybe three. So I'm glad that obviously you're a master, you're able to do it and meet us where we're at, but it's always like I feel like this pressure to try to keep up with everybody else in the space. So yeah, but
Well,
I need to connect.
the more you get into the breath, the less pressure you're gonna feel, and the more pressure you feel of your own pressure, growing into the best that you can do, and that's what the breath personally has taught me.
Amazing, amazing, amazing. Thank you for doing what you're doing and for spreading the word and helping us just all be better people and healthier people. And I really need to send you a picture. So which reminds me, so I know you're talking about the D word and stuff
Mhm.
like that, but what are like the different things that we can accomplish by like sending you said picture and having it placed on your device? Like,
So another thing, Jen, if you can remind me, what I definitely highly suggest as well, when I send the picture back to you, maybe have it under your bed, at least like close to you as well, because at
Okay.
that point your body is still, right? So
Yes.
that builds a frequency in itself, and then it will start to harmonize with what I'm doing here with the scalar, blasting it out to you right there. That's what
Okay.
Ron felt. That's why Ron felt it, because he was sleeping with the shirt,
With the
and
shirt, yeah.
with the shirt, and I put the exact same symbol on the scalar. So I'm like, I wanted to say, I'm like, oh, Ron, you were actually sleeping with the shirt. But
Yeah, and it woke
it
him up.
made sense.
Wow, that's just like so cool. Yeah, when I saw that, I put it as a screensaver on my phone now. Like, it's so interesting that every time I saw that image, I'm like, is it sacral chakra? Like right below my belly button. Like I felt it every single time I looked at that picture. And I was like, because initially the first time it happened, I was like, oh, okay, whatever. And then it happened again. And then it happened again. I was like, okay, there's something going on here. Don't know what it means, but that did happen to me, repeatable every time I looked at that image. It's amazing.
Energy never lies.
Energy never lies. I love that one. You're right. It never lies. Huh. Amazing. Thank you so much for having me on.
Thank you,
High
sister.
breath
You're welcome on
family.
anytime.
Thank you
Peace.
so much. Alrighty. Bye-bye.
Yeah, consistency is key. Ash knows it. So in terms of buying one, I'm gonna look into that, of how I can partner with the person who gave me one in the first place and see what we can do. Because again, he doesn't have social media and he doesn't, want to be out there. Oh, here comes Ron. Ron, brother.
I keep hearing my name up in these streets. I figure I had to jump on here. I ran up and put your shirt on, right? So, yeah.
Can you stand up and show them like the back
Yeah.
of it?
Yeah, so I don't know if you can see me here.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, there we go. See? Yeah.
So, yeah, I think I got cut off and then I came back on. So it sounds like you talked to the crowd about me wearing the shirt with the logo on the scalar wave. And I literally, not last night, and last night too, I did it again. But the night
Oh, you
before, I
filmed
woke
it
up.
again?
Oh, fuck yeah. I mean, I figured, yeah, I might as well keep it going, right? Keep the streak going. But literally, and I had forgot that I put it on. Like I remembered that I told you I forgot that we were doing an experiment, right? And that's probably what this is, an experiment. I don't know that anybody else wore the shirt besides me. Maybe you do, but
Oh, but Victoria,
man.
I know Victoria has a kimono, but that's like on top of my head. Yeah.
Yeah. So I literally woke up, it was 3 something in the morning and I was vibrating and it was so much. And I was like, what's wrong with me? Then I realized, I remembered I had the shirt on and you were running the scalar waves. And I wore it all night, but I was literally ready to take it off because it was too much. It was too much. The first night, literally vibrating. So it was powerful, man. Powerful.
So how about last night, sleeping with the guy? I was making a point where anyone who does a remote one, I'm gonna send the picture right back to them and have them print it out and put it under their bed. That way, because they're still, right? And that's their energetic frequency in itself. So with the paper underneath the bed, it's going to synchronize with the scalar beaming, the frequency right there, then and there. It just amplifies the frequency even more.
It's amazing. I mean, for us to be able to do these experiments in different parts of the country as well, or even the world, I mean, this is so freaking awesome. And, we were talking last night, I grabbed my book for your crew to see as well. This is that Nina Silver book. So I got this, and it's all about frequency because, I'm a student of frequency and frequency medicine as well, just like you. And this book, and I even got her, the course not a course, but she had a conference and I got it on DVD. But it's amazing. I mean, look how thick this damn book is. It's like 1,000 pages. But it also teaches the history of holistic medicine and how it got hijacked in the 20s and 30s into today's big pharma medicine. And that was before the world crisis, you know what I mean? And so to have this knowledge of how we got to where we are today without an agenda, right? Without someone trying, debating today's world, man, what a ride, right? And I know you're a student of that as well, but But that really got me. That you know, we kind of get involved sometimes with conspiracy theories or however, whatever the gateway drug is, some Anunnaki, Billy Carson shit. You know what I mean?
Gateway drug.
Yeah.
The gateway drug.
It's, you know, you start watching Ancient Aliens, and then you end up here, being you hanging out, you know. But then you start learning the real history of it, and then you're like, oh shit, this really does add up, and it's so factual, but it's hidden from us. It's hidden from us. So to be able to find Raymond Rife's work, oh my God! I mean, I really studied that. That's why I'm so excited to come down and do the frequency work with you down there in November, man. That's woo. That's spectacular. That's spectacular.
Yeah, I was about to tell everyone because they were asking about the multi-wave oscillator that they see me sitting down in sometimes. He was so close of mass producing it, pushing out to so many different hospitals. You would see one in every hospital today, if anything. We could have got to the point where you go to the airport and they have like a reading, beep, 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 beep. Oh, this disease in somebody. Hey, go into this chamber. Go over here. And they see what disease you have, and they just type it in the thing, and they just, all right, now you're done. You don't have this, that anymore. You can go on your way.
And it's literally in this book. Like, you'll see the publications from the newspaper. That's what's so great about this, is it literally gives you the newspaper headlines from the 20s and the 30s that says all of this, because this was like, he cracked the code, you know what I mean? And it was really, it was a gift to humanity. And you're right, we would have that everywhere we go. And now we're in underground finding it, you know what I mean? And thank goodness that you have platforms, and our crew does, and we're linking up and we're finding it again. But we really just couldn't. We could have so much, you know. It is what it is. But
yeah.
Hey, at least we're here doing the work, and that's all we can do. And your group of people who are watching, and the people you touch, and that's it, man. It's locking in, finding people like this, finding your crew, turn on your frequency. Vibe with your soul tribe, find us, and get in where you fit in, because we don't got no time to waste. That's for damn sure. And I'll say one more thing. So you mentioned that when I was with you, yeah, right? Because when I was with you, and I'm like, yo, your vibe and your frequency is so different live than it is even on video. Man, so those who haven't seen Devon in person, it's different. You need to ground before you hang out with this dude. In a good way.
Thank you for hopping on, brother. Welcome on anytime, of course. Journey to Resilience, thank you for the badge, love. Appreciate you. Oh, they said, can you show us the front of the book again?
Yeah, so this chick's name is Nina Silver, right? And she is a doctor, but she's all about frequency. Nina Silver. Then you can see the spelling, because it's N-E-N-E-H, right? Yeah, Silver, S-Y-L-V-E-R. Yeah. But this is the Rife Handbook, and this is like the Bible, man. This has every frequency. First of all, the history. It's a history tour of medicine, how medicine was hijacked, how we got to where we are. But then all of Raymond Rife's work, which is magical. Yo, once you start diving down this rabbit hole, you'll be tripping balls, because it really spells it all out, you know. And man, if you weren't going down a rabbit hole before, you'll be going down one after you tap into this info. How about it, Devon?
Oh man. Well, brother, thank you, and have a wonderful, breathful night. Are you gonna wear the shirt again?
Fuck yeah, I'm wearing this shit. I think that might be my nightly. This is like my nightly, my bedtime gear right now. So that's what's up. I'm gonna do that until it wears off, and then maybe I'll wash it, and then I'll put it back on.
Yeah, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna have one of the kimonos like hovering over the pyramid. Ooh, I'm gonna be under. Yeah.
And tell homeboy down there to save me a Scalar device, because I'm bringing one back when I come back.
Yeah, I got you. No worries.
All right. Much love, Breath family. I'll catch y'all later.
All right, peace.
Into with the breath, man. That was fantastic. I had not utilized that before. I could feel that immediately. That was spectacular.
For sure.
And then one more thing. Were you putting your logo on the Scalar wave last night?
Yep.
Dude, So I'm wearing your shirt, and I
Oh,
wore it to
Sam, I
bed.
totally forgot people are wearing.
Yeah. And I wore it to bed last night, and I forgot about it. And I woke up at 3 a.m, freaking like vibrating, and I didn't know what the hell was going on. And then it hit me that you were doing it last night, but I wasn't sure that you were. Yo, it was an experience. I almost had to take the shirt off because I was literally vibrating at 3 a.m. for like, I don't, until I went back to sleep. For like, it was lengthy, and it was intense. It was super freaking intense. So I wanted to tell you that, to report in on that bit of information. So there you